Allergies are incurable. It's simply impossible to cure it. You have to constantly take antihistamines, avoid the allergen, and there is no other way. Today, let's analyze allergies from the psychosomatic side. Watching video to the end will help you in understanding the mechanism of allergies, and I'll give you 3 steps how to get out of allergies once and for all. Welcome to the channel Psychosomatics on Fingers. Here is all about health and psychosomatics. Subscribe and click notification button. Allergy is a very common request in psychosomatics. When a person has tried everything, 1, 2, 3 various treatments, and nothing works, and he finally turns to psychosomatics and starts to understand what it's actually about. I will tell you my first case. When a woman with a terrible allergy to ragweed asked me for a consultation, her allergy went up to anaphylactic shock. It's no laughing matter when you can actually die from such a strong allergic reaction. She was afraid of it, but she was tired of taking pills, she was sick, she had side effects, and she came in saying, "Vadim, you are my last hope. Let's try to do something about it." And even when we started working, she was afraid. I told her, "You don't have to be afraid. Don't be afraid. We are in the office with you. There is no ambrosia here. No one is attacking you. You are just working with your thinking." And in the process of practicing, what we found was that every time she comes to the cottage, she has some reaction. In the process of practice, we noticed that her body was getting tense, and the body tensed up because many years ago, when she was a very little girl running around the cottage, her mom bought her a dog. But it happened to be that she didn't really like dogs. She was a child, but she didn't really like dogs very much. Yet eventually she got attached to it. She played with it, and after a while the dog happened to get sick and died. And she was the little girl burying the dog in the backyard of the same cottage. Of course, since she is a grown woman, she doesn't really remember and tries not to think about it much. Yes, because when she was little there was a lot of pain, which she concealed in herself. And now every time she comes to the cottage, there are these emotions, there are these unconscious reactions. She doesn't remember, she doesn't understand, but she starts to choke, she starts to feel bad. And when we do the exercise, she starts to remember it all, let it out, cry, she feels better, she says her feelings to her mom, not in person, but in practice, of course. She expresses her feelings to herself. And the most amazing thing is that, yes, she cried there. But she comes to the cottage next weekend and texts me, "Vadim, I don't understand anything. Why am I not suffocating? It's the same cottage. I've been coming here for years. I was suffocating. Could this situation with the dog have affected me this much?" We both laughed, and that was her big journey. Because after that, she cleared up a lot of her illnesses. So the first thing you and I need to realize is that it's treatable. It's just a paradigm that was brought to you. And now you can look at it from a different angle. Yes, and your body is already trying to tell you something important. So faith in yourself, that's the first step. I've been working in the field of psychosomatics for 10 years, and of course I work with different allergic reactions. There are a lot of allergies, but the steps to heal are the same. And there's a protocol, how to work with allergic reactions from the psychosomatic side. I described and implemented them in a module of the basics of my annual program, Psychosomatics on Your Fingertips, where every person can come, figure out it himself, herself, why he, she reacts like that, and let go of this or another reaction once and for all, so that your body does not turn on, and accordingly does not torture you with allergies. The next case I want to tell you is about a graduate from our course. Soon, somewhere around here, you'll see her picture. It's about a young and beautiful woman living well, and then suddenly out of the blue she becomes allergic to seeds and nuts. Actually, she really loves seeds, nuts, so why is there such an injustice? She suffers, looking for a cure. The reaction is serious. Yes, swelling, suffocation, and so on. She comes to us, starts to work with herself, and realizes that it's not happening without a reason. It happens because there were some unpleasant situations. But this is the way people are. We don't want to understand. We want to hide, firmly conceal, run away somewhere, yes, but not to understand. And when there is some body reaction, for some reason we forget about it, we don't connect life and body, but we better try to do so. So together with the curator, together with me, together with the lectures, she immerses in herself, she explores herself, and as a result, her allergies go away. And somewhere here there will be a review where she writes, "Vadim, I don't believe it, I can eat nuts, yes, I eat my favorite nuts, and I'm fine, I'm feeling good. So the second step that you and I have to realize, after us becoming aware that this is treatable, what has happened sometime before. Because that's very often the way our brain works. That if yesterday I experienced stress, then today I might develop some kind of allergy connection. But I want to tell you that you need to analyze stressful situations for the last 6 months, even up to a year. What happened there? Because there could have been intense stress, and the consequences are not immediate, but maybe after a month, maybe after 6 months, it comes out of the body in the form of certain diseases. So what happened before that? And the third step that I want to talk about, in allergic reaction, in its classical understanding, we know that allergy, it's something that just happens to the body, some autoimmune reaction. But in psychosomatics, we look at it differently. In psychosomatics, it's important for us which organs are affected. If it's the eyes, it means there was some stressful situation a day before where a person was thinking to himself, herself, something like, I don't want to see it, something scary, something unpleasant, but I can't walk away from this visual contact, or I lost something, contact with a loved one, for example, my favorite man, and now we broke up and I can't see him. And so in a moment of shock, in a moment of stress, yes, my eyes reacted. If it's the nose, I don't want to feel it, sense it, I don't like it. For example, if a woman has experienced a certain stressful situation where man has behaved badly towards her and she got angry, she didn't even want to breathe the same oxygen with this man or have any business with him. And then, yes, she gets a blocked nose. If we're talking about the throat, it's fear. I want to scream, I want to call for help, but I can't. You know, how often it happens that in a stressful situation, you seem to want to reply back something, but you can't. Yes, and then your body will express an opinion about it. There will be inflammatory allergic reactions exactly in the throat. If we talk about the skin, this is contact, separation with a loved one, an important person. A fight with a mother, a fight with a loved one, or feeling lonely, abandoned. And therefore you might have a question. Vadim, there are so many reactions, so which reaction is the right one? They can be all together if a person's eyes, nose, throat, skin, yes, or other parts of the body are reacting. We look at all these conflicts, so there could be several emotions in one stressful situation. And sometimes, of course, someone's eyes react more, someone's nose reacts more, someone's throat reacts more, because we are all different and allergic reactions are different. So friends, 3 steps. The first step is to believe that it is treatable. The second step is to understand what happened sometime before. Which emotions were not lived, not accepted, not understood. And the third step is to understand what organ is reacting, which tissues and what they are responsible for, what emotions, what kind of feelings. Well, of course, to answer these questions, you need knowledge of psychosomatics. So if you have allergies now, you want to get rid of them once and for all, then the module of Simple Psychosomatics is for you, where you can start learning right after this lesson. As soon as you sign up, yes, and solve your queries and get out of allergic reaction once and for all. If you don't have allergies, but you are interested in the topic of psychosomatics, you want to dive deeper, study, learn more, I have a Telegram channel for you where I share a lot of useful information. I tell where diseases come from, what our organs are saying, analyzing rational diseases, answering your questions, giving you some practice. In general, it's such a helpful magic wand for learning to understand yourself well and, of course, to dive into psychosomatics. Friends, health is there for absolutely every person. If you are ill, if you are confused, it means that you lack knowledge somewhere. And psychosomatics helps us in this. It helps us to study ourselves, to study our reactions, be healthy and happy. Your guide to the world of health, Vadim Sanzharov. Thank you.